Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bitter Rivals podcast. I am Avery. This is Gitano. We are back at you. First one of the month of December here, episode 74. And there was the Leafs are continue their roll. Mitch Marner sets a franchise record with a 19 game point streak with 2 goals last night against the Tampa Bay Lightning in a game that the Leafs did lose in overtime to the Tampa Bay Lightning. If I did, I think I just said that. But anyway, Tampa's a good team, right?
Tampa's really good, Ave.
Tampa's a really good team. And they also have Andrei Vasilevsky, who's, I guess, part of them being a good team, but, like, he's really something else. And the other thing is the Leafs just, like, they can literally do everything except win 3-on-3 overtime.
Like, I mean this sarcastically, but at that point, like when the 60 minutes is over, just leave. They no point fucking wasting everyone's time with it. Just give the other team the bonus point and just leave.
I don't understand it. I seriously do not understand it.
Like especially like there's such you have a pretty skilled team, like, and 3-on-3 tends to favor skilled teams. I don't get it.
It absolutely is. It's perplexing, I think is the word. Because, like you said, they are such a skilled, fast team that should be able to utilize more space, right? That's what you're expecting from them, and it doesn't happen. And they haven't. I don't think they've won a single overtime game this year, and they've lost 6.
Any shootouts?
I don't think we've even gotten a shootout, dude. We allow a goal before that every time. Like, it's really, really becoming. You're right, almost pointless. Well, it's becoming. Well, no, there's no 3-on-3 overtime in the playoffs, so how could it be an issue? But, yeah, the team is staying hot. Mac Hollowell's really looking very good, and as a former Greyhound, and we've seen him play. It's really cool to see. Really cool to see a guy like that make good strides in the National Hockey League. I'm happy to see it. Really, really happy to see it. I was actually at, like, my girlfriend's Christmas party last night, so I didn't really get to pay too much attention to the game. I did see all the goals. I watched the highlight show, and I did have it on my phone at the table, obviously, but I didn't get to fully intently watch like I do on your average Saturday night. So but even games prior to that, like the games that we had all week, the Leafs seemed to do what they were supposed to do. I'm forgetting exactly who they play. I know one of them was against San Jose. I believe that was the previous game, and it was nice to beat them because you'll remember that we didn't beat them early in the year, and we pretty much got roasted for it. Everybody was just shitting on the Maple Leafs because we could not, for the life of us, beat a bad team at that point. But we did. So that was nice. That was the game in which Mitch Marner tied the franchise record, which was awesome.
That would have been Wednesday night?
That would have been Wednesday night. Yep. Monday night we played that's right. Monday night we played the Red Wings. And I believe we recorded on Monday, and I believe I said we're about to see the Red Wings see kind of a little bit closer to what they actually are, because they were on a 5-game heater going into that game.
Yeah.
And we did. So, not saying that I'm like a seer here, like I can see the future and stuff.
Mystic Ave. No, you're Mystic Ave. Don't worry.
Mystic Ave. Okay, sounds good. But yeah, so that's pretty much how the Leafs week went. Calle Yarncroke, or was it Yarncroke? Calle Yarncroke left not last night, but the game on Wednesday, I believe, injured. So that was not good to see. Matt Murray let in maybe a softie or 2 yesterday, so that's the first time that we've seen that from him. But that's okay. Again, it was Tampa Bay, right? It's a intimidating hockey team to play against, even.
In Toronto or in Tampa?
In Tampa.
Okay, so even worse.
Yeah. So that's how that went. What happened in Montreal this week? Let's get a little bit of a rundown.
So Tuesday night we had the Sharks at home, and they beat us 4-0. Our power play, we went 0-for-7 that game, and it was one of those nights where they could have pulled their goalie from the beginning of the game, and we couldn't have bought a goal. Like just one of those ones. And then the power play goes 0-for-7, and they put up a couple empty netters late in the game, and all of a sudden it's 4-0 game. Not great, but like it's just one of those nights. They're going to happen over the course of 82 games. Then Thursday night, we went into Calgary and beat them 2-1. Caulfield and Slafkovsky both scored there. Slafkovsky actually scored 13 seconds in, which is a great start. Did you see the Jacob Markstrom comments after that game?
Yeah, that he just can't play hockey right now.
Yeah. I mean, he had a really good game. The Caulfield one is a power play goal late in the game. It's like the exact Caulfield power play goal you're thinking it is. The cross seam one-timer,
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to like shit on him for that one. But the Slafkovsky goal, like it was 13 seconds in the game. Jordan Harris, I think it was, fired a long pass. And he came rushing out. Monahan, the former Flame, got the first shot off on him when he was like way outside the crease, and then Slafkovsky just put in the empty net. But like other than that, he had a pretty good game. Like, so I was confused to see his comments. He had one brain fart 13 seconds in, but he was good the rest of the night. And then last night in Edmonton, the Oilers beat us 5-3. McDavid did McDavid things to us.
Oh, I did see McDavid do McDavid things. Him playing in this league isn't even fair. Like truly.
And so I guess I would go back to like last week. We were talking about like how good Gretzky was. Like I was watching McDavid play. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's like he's just so much better than everyone else. And then I kind of sat there and was like, and Gretzky was better, like significantly. Like,
numbers wise, I don't know if just like from an actual just like watching them play the game, we can't really say because we've never really watched Wayne Gretzky play the game. But my understanding is Gretzky, like the way he was always explained to me and why he was always so good is he wasn't the best at any one thing. Like he didn't have the best. He didn't have the best shot. He wasn't the best skater. He wasn't the absolute best passer. But he was just like, it was like he was watching the game from 100 feet above the ice at center ice. And he just knew where to be, where to go, where to put the puck, where his teammates were going to be, like all of those things, all of those intangibles. And exactly, he wasn't the best at anything. He was the best at everything. If that makes sense. Not to get philosophical on you here, but that's really what made him great. It wasn't his Ovechkin-like shot or his McDavid-like speed or, like that's not what made him great. And that's why I think when I say that McDavid's the most talented hockey player we've ever seen, I'm not calling him the best hockey player we've ever seen. I'm not calling him the greatest hockey player we've ever seen. He's got the most talent. He just does.
Straight up, yeah.
Like, he just does. Anyway, I just had to get that spiel off because that is the comparison, is McDavid and Gretzky when it comes to just... It's almost like comparing Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron, like, from a football perspective.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers, like, he's so athletic. He does things that guys just shouldn't be able to do from a quarterbacking perspective. Tom Brady just wins, though. And he gets W's and just wins championships. Like, it's almost like that comparison. Not exactly the same, because it's not like... Actually, I think Tom Brady does have the record for most points, most passing yards ever. But anyway, beside the point. The point being is that it's almost like you have this one guy, like... Because McDavid's never won anything. Let's be completely real here. He's never won anything, and he's never going to be considered one of the greatest of all time until he does win something. He'll be considered one of the best hockey players to ever play, but he's not going to be considered great. Like, great means you win. You just
100%.
win.
100%.
Right? So, I don't know. It's a great comparison, though, those two, because they're so good. They're both so good.
And it's funny because Edmonton's going to have both of them traded out of them.
Yeah, that's a very, very big possibility, I would say. Yeah. Sorry if I kind of gander away or you lose track of me. The Seahawks are in the fourth quarter here right now.
No worries, my guy. I got the Detroit-Columbus game on in front of me, so.
Fair enough.
But yeah, actually, the one thing, especially last night, that the Habs have, like the young kids have actually been playing pretty well. It's honestly our veterans have been kind of shit. So like Hoffman, he's out injured now, hasn't been great. At the beginning of the year, he was statistically, like advanced stats, the best Hab, which is not ever great, but wasn't putting up numbers. And then he was putting up numbers, and his advanced stats sucked. And now he's not putting up numbers, and his advanced stats suck. So he's just in the shitter. Gitano has never got started here. He's just a passenger. He chips in an odd point here and there. And then Joel Edmondson's had a really, really fucking rough start to this season. I don't know if you saw him get tossed from the game last night. Are really not good. Well, okay. So you cross-checked Zach Hyman in the head. Not great. So definitely worth 5 in a game. But you know when you see shit in the NHL and you're like, how is that not 5 in a game?
Mm-hmm.
It felt like very weak one compared to like some of the shit that doesn't get called. But yeah, I don't know, because you don't want to trade him. He's probably your best like senior defender, I'm going to call it in quotations, because like you're not like not leaving out all the like the rookies and things. Between it's basically him, Matheson, Savard, and Wideman. Like he's clearly the best of those 4. So you don't want to like trade him or fucking like sit him, but like fuck, he's just got to get his shit together.
Yeah, and that's actually guys like that it's kind of what the Leafs are lacking at the moment. Is that veteran presence, like Giordano, and that's it. Like Giordano, and like then you got Timothy Liljegren, like Justin Holl.
Well, you guys, your situation's a little different because you have your veteran guys are all just hurt.
Yeah.
For the Habs, it's literally just like we don't have them anymore. We traded them all for draft picks.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah. Totally fair. Speaking of veteran defensemen just kind of sucking and totally blowing it, how about newly crowned captain of the New York Rangers, Jacob Trouba? First of all, trying to take Andreas Athanasiou's head off, like just in true Trouba fashion. Like, seriously. Tried to kill him. And then how about him screaming at his own bench and whipping his helmet as hard as he could at the boards?
You know what? So I don't hate the passion, and not the Leafs passion TM. Like, just I like to see a captain get fired up and like trying to get a spark going, because they were getting fucking dummied, weren't they? Weren't they like 3 or 4-0 down at that point?
Yeah, and they had just lost to the Ottawa Senators, who we all know are not a very good hockey team, in overtime the night before, and got his ass kicked by Brady Tkachuk.
That's fair. That's Brady Tkachuk's not a easy fight. No. But yeah, I at some level I do respect the trying to fucking just start something, just get something going on the bench. But I don't think it worked out. Didn't they lose still?
Probably. I actually didn't see the end of final score of that one.
Let me see if I can just get the score up quick.
And just quickly, go ahead.
No, I was saying, I don't hate the screaming at the bench and throwing the helmet. The only thing with that is you got to that can't be your go-to every time. Like you can't be doing that.
You can't do it again. You can't do it again.
Like and if you do it again, it's got to be in like 6 months.
Yeah, and even then,
that's the key. Like you gotta kind of like it can't be your go-to move.
Yeah,
because as long as it's not his go-to move, I don't mind it. I don't mind it one bit.
What I wanted to mention, just because we were talking about like blunders and like bad goaltending earlier, I forgot to mention earlier while you were talking about Markstrom. Did you see the goal that Carter Hart let in?
No.
Dude, it was a dump in, takes a bounce off the stanchion, like exactly how you would expect it. Goes in off of the, like he goes on, puts his leg down, goes in off of like the bottom of the pad. Oh, tough scene. Like really, really tough.
Oh, you know Torts is loving that.
Who? Torts, yeah. Also, Torts with the media, they asked him, why did you guys lose? And Torts is like, because they scored more goals than we did. And then they asked him another dumb question. He was like, you guys, come on, be better. You're better than this. These are terrible questions. Like, it was so funny. I love Torts sometimes, but he's such an asshole. Like, he's a real dickhead.
I would never be able to play for him.
No. Like, Michaela watches this YouTuber that, like, her boyfriend plays for the Flyers, and I'm like, can you imagine being, like, a borderline NHL player on a team with John Tortorella as the head coach?
Like that.
That's worst case scenario. Like, for being, like, worst case scenario in the National Hockey League would be that scenario. A borderline guy on a team that is coached by Torts. Like, worst.
Like, at that point, I'd rather just be in the A.
Honestly, just send me to the A. I'd rather play fucking junior at this, but like, oh my god.
Off to Europe. I'll go play in the fucking. I'll go play in the Spengler. Well, that's a great little tournament. Go play out in Europe. But yeah, no, I could never play for Torts.
No, speaking of the Spangler, I heard news that Joe Thornton has been invited to the Spangler Cup team.
Let's go!
Joe Thornton.
I love that for him.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Low-key, Spangler Cup's a great tournament to watch. I love it.
I never watch it because it's always on at the same time as the World Cup. Or World Juniors, not World Cup, World Juniors. So I never get into it. Yeah. Never ever get into it.
Speaking of getting into it, do you want to get into theme teams?
Let's get into theme teams. That was a great segue, dude.
Thank you. All right. So this week's theme team is all lettuce.
The all lettuce team. So we're talking guys with just and yes, we did make some ground rules before we came on air today, before we started recording, that these can be first of all, we have to pick different players. So yeah. It can't be like we can't both have the same guy. Second set of ground rules is they can be guys from the past, like guys with sick hair from the past. Like, but you have to call it out. Like, you can't just say
to be, it can be current NHL players who previously had lettuce, like great
exactly.
Lettuce.
And but it has to be sick lettuce. Like it has to be sick lettuce. Yeah. That is a requirement. All right. So, how would you like to determine who gets the first overall pick?
Do you want to rock, paper, scissors it?
Yeah, is it going to be a little bit delayed or?
I don't think so. Okay, like rock, paper, scissors, shoot though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, wait.
Right. You fuck.
Okay. With the first overall pick in the all lettuce, I'm just going to go. With the first overall pick in the all lettuce draft, Truman Missile Crisis would like to select from the San Jose Sharks, number 65, Erik Karlsson.
Yeah, cannot even argue that one at all.
So that is the number one overall pick when it comes to having the best hair in the league at some point in your career. First.
And then just the other thing. It doesn't for forwards like it doesn't have to be a center, left winger, or left winger or right winger. It's just got to be three forwards. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so I'm going to start off in net, and I'm going to say Andrei Vasilevsky's got fucking great lettuce.
Andrei Vasilevsky does have some fantastic lettuce. That is definitely a fact. And I'm
taking him with my first overall pick there.
Okay. So, with the second overall pick in the all lettuce draft, Truman Missile Crisis would like to select from the Chicago Blackhawks, number 88, Patrick Kane.
That is the mullet of all mullets.
It's a great hair piece for sure.
Okay. So with my second overall pick, I am going to take old school San Jose Sharks, Brent Burns.
Oh, that's a great choice. That's a great choice.
Like braided ponytail at the All-Star game, Brent Burns.
Oh yeah, that's some nasty shit. I like it. With the third pick, what is this? So this will be the fifth selection in the third round of the all lettuce draft. Truman Missile Crisis would like to select from the Toronto Maple Leafs, number 88, William Nylander.
Can't even argue that. That is some Swedish lettuce. That is
blonde perfection. Anyway.
All right, I'm going to round out my decor, heading back to Tampa to take another Swede, actually, Victor Hedman.
Okay, that's some good. He's had some lettuce in the past.
Yeah, I don't think he currently has it. I couldn't tell you a year, but there was definitely a stretch where he had some nasty blonde lettuce and was just the scariest motherfucker in the league with the best hair.
Yep. So we have two forwards, one defenseman. We don't have a goaltender yet. I'm trying to think of a goalie with like absolutely gross lettuce.
That's why I took Vasilevsky first, because I had him and nothing else.
Like I'm trying to think. I'm thinking
I'll give you one. if you want a handout here.
Sure.
2015 or 2016, Carey Price.
No, not picking Carey Price. No, not gonna happen. We're gonna go. We are gonna go On defense from the Toronto Maple Leafs, number 3, Justin Holl, who during the pandemic had absolutely outrageous caveman hair, and I loved it.
He did the classic pandemic, no shave, no haircuts, nothing, just fucking.
I still haven't cut my hair.
Neither have I.
Since the pandemic.
I had one pandemic haircut, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I got a trim at one point. Anyway.
Anyways. At center, I am gonna go for Mika Zibanejad.
Zibanejad's got some dirty lettuce, man.
Like that
Zibanejad's got some dirty lettuce.
That's fucking Broadway lettuce.
I have Nylander, so I just need a centerman and a goaltender. Centerman. Underrated from the LA Kings. Number 11, Anze Kopitar.
Oh, yeah.
Underrated lettuce. Great.
That 100%.
Especially 100%. Like prime, like Stanley Cup run.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to, instead of Holl, I was going to go Doughty, but then I was like, Holl had better hair. Doughty's just a better player. This is the all lettuce team. It has nothing to do with hockey. So I picked Holl.
All right. So for my second forward, I am taking, I think he's recently cut it off for Hockey Fights Cancer Month. But from the Buffalo Sabres, Cody Eakin.
Cody Eakin! I forgot about Cody Eakin. That's like, you just won the draft, I think.
Like that's
the most like trailer trash thing I've ever seen in my life on his head.
That is like the modern NHL best lettuce. Like from the 2000s onwards, that's the best lettuce the league's ever seen.
I seriously believe that. Like, I seriously, like, I can't argue with you. So, oh no, he doesn't even play anymore. Who? I have a couple of goalies that I was going to do, but neither of them play anymore. First, Bobby Lou.
Okay, so I was thinking of one that somewhat recently retired that I was going to pitch if you picked Vasilevsky ahead of me.
Was it Tuukka Rask?
No, it was Henrik Lundqvist.
Lundqvist has great hair, but it's not like lettuce. It's like perfect.
Yeah, dude, like still.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like a flow.
Yeah.
Like it's like straight business, like all your ducks in a row hair, you know?
Fair.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to go for Rask or Bobby Lou, I'll give you those because I couldn't think of any other goalies with flow.
So there were a couple that I was thinking might have flow that I might be forgetting about. First, John Gibson.
Ooh.
In Anaheim.
I think he's got some pretty decent lettuce.
I thought he had some decent lettuce. And the other one that I was thinking as a possibility is Elvis Merzlikins in Columbus. But I forget if he has lettuce. I'm thinking now, like the more I think about it, the more I think he's got short hair.
Oh, no, Gibson had lettuce.
Gibson's got lettuce. Okay, Gibson is my pick then.
All right.
Wait, no. Connor Hellebuck has great hair.
There it is. Yeah.
There's the one.
Don't even have to double check that one. That's just
Connor Hellebuck because he looks like the devil. And it's mostly because of his hair. He actually looks like if you get like a cartoon image of Satan and you put it next to Connor Hellebuck, it's the same thing. It's wild. Anyway.
All right. So with my last pick for the all lettuce team, I'm going from the Montreal Canadiens, number 55, Michael Pezzetta.
Pezzetta's got some good hair. Pezzetta's got some good lettuce. So let's do a quick rundown of our teams. On my team, which I'm just named the same team as my fantasy team, which is the Truman Missile Crisis, we have in net Connor Hellebuck. On defense, Erik Karlsson and Justin Holl. Forwards, we have Anze Kopitar, centering William Nylander and Patrick Kane.
That's pretty nasty. That is some nasty hair.
That's a great hair team.
The warm-up would be fucking gross.
Oh, yeah, no buckies in warm-up. No buckies in warm-up. Not a chance is there a single bucket anywhere close to the ice in warm-up.
Except for probably your Tendy if he's in the net. But, from Boats and Hosas, we've got Andrei Vasilevsky in net, Brent Burns and Victor Hedman in front of him, and then Zibanejad centering Eakin and Pezzetta.
The diversity in hair on that one is kind of amazing. Like, it's really, really great. Like, you have your absolute crazy curls with Pizzetta. You got your, like, man bun extraordinaire in Brent Burns. You got your
Zibanejad just has the greasiest long hair of all time. Like, that greasiest,
is just... He's a literal producer. Like, he's a literal EDM producer, and he looks like it. But then we also
Trailer Park Trash Cody Eakin. I love it.
Yeah, Trailer Park Trash Cody Eakin, Wacko Russian, Vasilevsky, Wacko Russian hair, like straight up crazy out of a mental institution, and then Swedish Viking Victor Hedman hair.
Beautiful,
great. Those are a couple of solid lineups, like some of the most solid lineups I've ever heard in my life. Anyway. Should we get to, I guess, the fantasy league?
We should, because I feel like I'm currently getting slapped around by Andre, and I'm not happy about it.
We forgot to review it last week, so let's take a look and see where we're at here in the fantasy league. So, yeah, I'm gonna lose this week, unfortunately.
And Andre's going to beat me, so he's taking over you for sure. Yeah, I got 2 games left, and I'm done. Unless, actually, Tage Thompson might do bits for me. There's still a bit of hope that Tage Thompson and Rasmus Dahlin can do bits for me.
Man, Tage Thompson, we didn't even talk about him. Like, guys that are that.
I'll happily sit here and talk about Tage Thompson all fucking night, Ave.
I'm not kidding. Like, guys who are that big shouldn't be able to handle the puck that well and that smoothly and that quickly.
And, like, it's not even just his, like, stick handling, his skating ability. He's just... I've seen this comparison a few times. It's like, he's, like, the closest thing we've seen to, like, Mario Lemieux in years.
And just to be clear, we're not clickbaiting and saying that Tage Thompson is Mario Lemieux. We're just talking from a size and skill combination perspective. Yeah. We haven't seen anything like that since Mario Lemieux, is what he's saying. Just to be
100%. Yeah, I'm not saying that he's going to put up Lemieux numbers or he's as good as Lemieux, but like to have that, he's like what 6'6", 270 something.
Yeah, and just hands that are just butter, like straight butter.
And like, please use that. I think it was you sent me the clip of that him breaking out of the zone there.
Yeah.
Oh, like
he just
it should be illegal for a guy that big to be like to have hands that good and fucking skate that fast, and his shots fucking stupid. Everything about him is just, he's like if you made a guy on fucking NHL career mode.
Yeah, and just made him fucking
like 6'7"
unit.
And fucking maxed out all his stats. Like that's what Tage Thompson is. He's stupid good.
Yeah, and he's really taken a step this year. Like he's almost, what is he? I think he's like 25, 26 years old now. Tage Thompson.
I think he's only 25.
So this isn't a guy who came into the league at 18 and just started throwing, and he might have been able to do that because of his size, right? But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a guy who at 25 years old has turned into one of the top talents in the league. Like
he's probably a 40-goal guy now.
I'd like to see that first. We need to see, before we proclaim a guy's a 40-goal guy, they better score 40 goals. You know what I'm saying? He got 30 last year.
I thought he got 40 last year.
Did he? I thought he had 30.
I will check right now.
Yeah, let's confirm that because I don't want to sound like an idiot.
I'm almost 90% sure he scored 40 last year.
NHL.com states that
38.
38? So, okay, so he's almost a 40-goal scorer. All right. I would like to see that consistently, though. And speaking of, like, guys that are just, like, I know we say it every week, but Jason Robertson's, like,
bro. Like, this is a legit, like, top 5 player in the league. Like, I'm right not...
now. Like, right now.
You can't argue that anymore. Like...
No. He's that guy, like, and he has been that guy.
And like, actually, just not even just him, but like the Sabres, that draft class for them: Robertson, Ottinger, Heiskanen.
The Stars. You said Sabres, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, but yeah.
I'm still looking at Tage Thompson.
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, unbelievable. So it was, You said Heiskanen,
Ottinger, and Robertson in a draft.
Those were their top 3 picks, right? They had, I think it was Heiskanen was like 4, and then Ottinger was late first, and Robertson, or no.
Yeah, one of them was late first, one of them was early second. Yeah,
crazy, absolutely bananas that they got.
Like I can't think of a better like a single draft better for a team.
For one individual team, absolutely, yeah. I agree with that. Crazy what they've done. Yeah. Anyway, what do the Habs have coming up for the week? Oh my God, the Seahawks are like almost on their last life here also.
So the Habs are still out west, so we've got the Canucks tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 10:30. Fuck me. And then Tuesday night at 10 against the Kraken. And then we are back home on Saturday night against the LA Kings.
Oh, you absolutely hate to see it.
Yeah, like I don't know if I have the facilities for 2 fucking 10 p.m. puck drop games in a row.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. So, the Leafs actually, guess what? Tuesday play in Dallas. So that'll be a game to watch. Remember when those games used to be worrying about Tyler Sagan and Jamie Benn? Good times. Good times. But yeah, the Leafs play the Stars on Tuesday, followed by a 3-game homestand. Thursday, the Kings will be in town. Saturday, the Flames will be in town. And that's it before the next episode. The following that, though, that's actually wild. They play the Stars, Kings, Flames, and then Ducks next Tuesday. They play 4 straight Western Conference teams, and 3 of them are home games.
Yeah, so the Habs have the Kings and the Flames next. So yeah, we have the Kings on Saturday. Then on Monday we have the Flames, and Thursday the Ducks are in town. So
makes sense. So like we always say, they always come and play our teams at the same time, right? That's how it works. Yeah. They come and do their Western road trip, reduce travel. Anyway, I don't really have. What do you have anything else that we have to talk about this week? I don't think there was a whole lot going on in the hockey world.
Stamkos said 1,000 games, or was it 1,000 games or 1,000 points?
1,000 points. 1,000 points.
Outside of that, I don't think there was too much.
Yeah, we touched on Marner, touched on the lead. Yeah, I think I'm good. So if you're good, we will call that an episode for today, and we will go eat some chicken wings in a few moments here. But yeah, we're just going to eat some chicken wings together with. Yeah, anyway. But thank you, everybody, for listening. As always, congratulations to Mitch Marner on setting an Toronto Maple Leafs franchise record. Team's over 100 years old. That's pretty friggin' impressive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you to the Game Entertainment and Media for hosting us on their platform. I'm not exactly sure when you're going to have this one up because, like you said, we're going for chicken wings right now. I'll probably have it up maybe late tonight, tomorrow. I would think.
It'll be up tonight for sure.
Okay, sounds good. Again, thank you for listening, and we will talk to you for episode 75 next week.